No girls' high school soccer team in the state of Louisiana has won more state titles than Isidore Newman School in New Orleans. In 2025, the goal was simple: a three-peat and a 15th title. They entered the playoffs, giving up just 14 goals all year. One of the reasons for that stout defense, center back Sydney Gallagher.
She is one of those players who, even if things are not going exactly as we expect, the voice remains strong, the voice remains positive, and she lifts the other girls up. And she is a great leader both vocally and by example.
Gallagher has had a decorated career with the Greenies with multiple state titles as well as all-Metro and all-state selections. Gallagher has room. She's going to take a shot and she's going to bury it. Sydney Gallagher getting the goal, and it is 2-0 to Newman.
This team means everything to me. These are my sisters, and I'm so grateful to have had this opportunity to come play with them. And under Coach Freeze, he's taught me so much just about the game, but also about myself and as a person. He's taught me life lessons that I'm going to carry into college and further on, and hopefully teach one of my kids. He really prioritizes self-development just as important as player development.
Coach Freeze has watched Gallagher's development from an early age, and Gallagher is the same type of player today as she was when she started in soccer.
I think I started around age 2 or 3, just with boys and girls, and we would just honestly just kick the ball around, and it was a lot of fun. But the earliest memory I have of the sport is probably playing Carrollton with my dad being my coach, because he's just my #1 supporter, and that's just honestly some of the best memories I've had from being little playing soccer. I just remember my drive for the sport at a very young age. At Carrollton, they have mimicking a state championship. You play in the bracket, and I just remember we lost in the semifinals, and I took that drive. I was like, we need to win next year, and I worked so hard until the next season. So I think that's when I really realized that I loved it. I think I was 7 or 6.
First time I saw Sydney play was before I began coaching at Newman. I was watching a club game, and I watched this little blonde ponytail cut through 5 or 6 kids from midfield all the way through to the goal to about the penalty spot, and then she sailed the ball over the top. But what impressed me was, instead of hanging her head, she just turned around and game on, ready for the next play immediately.
Gallagher has had success through a club career that has taken her from Carrollton to Louisiana Fire to GA teams and ODP.
She is very technically skilled. She has good field vision. She puts good weight on her passes. She's an exceptional one-on-one defender. She knows how to work space with other players.
All of those accolades through club and high school had colleges taking notice. She had offers from northern schools, but she says she likes warm weather. One of the many reasons she chose to play at Rhodes College in Memphis.
First off, the coaches, it just seems like they have an amazing program there. They were really kind with me, reached out to me, and I went and visited, and I love the campus. And a big thing for me is academics. I want to do pre-med, and besides that, the girls seem awesome. It seems like a really great group of people, and I love Memphis. It's very similar to New Orleans, so I'm very excited for that.
Rhodes is a program I know pretty well. I watch the teams in that conference in person regularly, and they are getting a player that is going to fit their playing style exceptionally well. They're really lucky to be getting her.
So Gallagher heads to Rhodes College with big ambitions and big dreams. But what kind of player are they getting? Certainly one that won't be outworked and has a desire to succeed.
Probably her greatest asset is that she's ambitious on the field. She's confident, and she believes she will make the next play.
My dad would always tell me you always need to play with heart, and I take that in the ways that as a player on the field and off the field. And on the field, I think that's the determination, the want, the drive to go work for your goals, and also just not giving up when the play isn't over or just to that final whistle. And off the field, I think it means to just be a key team player. You got to be there for your team, you got to be a leader, and you have to really want everyone to come together and foster something that's amazing.
She will pursue a pre-med path at Rhodes, where eventually she wants to be a doctor, working overseas, because like in soccer, she wants to help people and lift them up. and do so while sharing her faith. In New Orleans, I'm Paul Boron.